and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll... Only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Check green 90, ground 80, 52, come on. You don't know no better.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. This time Wilson will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
You ain't going nowhere.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Peterson. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rivers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Rivers on the money, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing, Rivers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the pass.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards on the ground.
First down, Denver.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Parker's got it for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rivers from the gun on third down. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw is Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Peterson. Spins away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
14.
Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Right there in the middle, 55. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 99. Check 99. Mike, 5-5.
3rd and long for Rivers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard, but it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the...
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name?